barely less than 16 days since its previous visit, Cassini returns to Saturn's largest moon for the mission's 61st targeted encounter with Titan. The closest approach to Titan occurs on Tuesday, August 25th at 12:51 spacecraft time at an altitude of 970 kilometers above the surface and at a speed of 6 kilometers per second. The latitude at closest approach is 19 degrees south, and the encounter occurs on orbit 117. This encounter is set up with two maneuvers: an apoapsis maneuver, which occurred on August 16th, and a Titan approach maneuver, which occurred today on August 21st at about 4 p.m. T61 is the 10th flyby in the series of 11 inbound encounters of the 17th Titan encounter in Cassini's Equinox mission. Approach maneuver, which occurred today on August 21st at about 4 p.m. T61 is the 10th flyby in the series of 11 inbound encounters of the 17th Titan encounter in Cassini's Equinox mission. It occurs just under 2 days before Saturn's closest approach. Radar, or RADAR, carries out scatterometry, altimetry, and SAR, or SAR, during the flyby. The SAR is near equatorial, covering Dilmun, or areas called Dilmun, Adiri, and Belat. The SAR parallels and overlaps the flybys during Titan's 8th flyby, which should provide a good stereo opportunity over the Belat sand dunes, as well as expanded coverage of the Shringalat and Belat regions of Titan. The inbound high SAR observation is a special scrub of the Shringalat dunes, which were already observed with SAR observations in T58 and T13, where the instrument paints a strip to look for scattering variations with incidence and azimuth, a possible signature of sub-resolution roughness like transverse dunes superimposed on linear dunes. The INMS is riding with radar on the night side wake at low equatorial southern latitudes. This is the only southern equatorial wake observation in the mission. The VIMS, the outbound leg of T61 is a very good opportunity for the optical instruments because the phase angle is about 10 degrees. Just after radar observations at closest approach, VIMS will observe the southern hemisphere at longitudes similar to those observed on Titan's 57th flyby, the 58th, the 59th, and the 60th flyby. However, this flyby is the best of the group. The resolution can be as good as 5 kilometers per pixel at the beginning of the observation. From T57 to T61, VIMS observed the same area with different phase angles, which should provide a phase curve. This area where southeast-southwest lineaments have been observed during the prime mission and where clouds made by orogenic was not observed during the prime mission. The CIRS carries out mid-infrared vertical temperature mapping at high latitudes. Cassini will return to this area in the extended mission to look for seasonal change. ISS will ride along with the VIMS from about an hour onward to image western area syncoil at low phase angles and a variety of resolutions, as well as to monitor clouds. The UVIS will obtain an image cube of Titan's atmosphere at EUV and FUV wavelengths by sweeping its slit across the disk. These cubes provide spectral and spatial information on nitrogen emissions, H emissions and absorption by simple hydrocarbons, and the scattering properties of haze aerosols. This is one of many such cubes gathered over the course of the mission to provide latitude and seasonal coverage of Titan's mesoatmosphere and stratosphere. The MIMI measures energetic ion and electronic energy input to Titan's atmosphere. This is a high-value data. T61 is an upstream post-dusk flyby with a minimum altitude of 100 kilometers. The MAG measurements provide a description of the draping and pileup of the external magnetic field around Titan near the terminator. Terminator is the edge that meets the dark and the light side of the moon. It will be also a good complement to T52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60 in order to characterize the background field for a similar local time with respect to Saturn and different SKR longitudes. The RPWS will measure thermoplasma in Titan's ionosphere and surrounding environment, search for lightning in Titan's atmosphere, and investigate the interaction of Titan with Saturn's magnetosphere. It will also, here are three views. The T61 Cassini mission will officially begin on August 24th at 7:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as it conducts its WAC night side imaging. Between then and August 24th, it will complete its full load of mission programming, at which point on August 26th at 8:17 p.m. it finishes its load, turns towards Earth, and transmits all its data. Within the following days after the mission, NASA will be analyzing the imaging and hopefully release it into the public. Once it's released, Planetary Television will bring it to you as soon as possible. Thank you for this T61 Cassini Titan Flyby mission briefing. This is Errol Coder, and thank you for watching Planetary Television.